We're going to be using a foundation called Yummy Skin. You guys have seen me review this foundation on here already, but I just absolutely love this foundation because this color is exactly my shade. This is their number 11. Before we get started with the foundation, we are going to be using this e.l.f. color corrector. I'm actually going to bring my camera up a little closer because I absolutely love these correctors. They really just make your imperfections or your discoloration on your face just really match very well. We're going to be using these two color correctors here. These are the e.l.f. color correctors. This is in the shade orange and peach. I've learned that the peach and the orange looks really good together. It really just helps take away any any dark spots. You guys can see the dark spots that I have, and I just like to take these two color correctors and mix it together. I used to just only use the orange, but I decided to try like a lighter one because sometimes, I don't know if it's just a mind thing, but sometimes I be feeling like I can see the orange under my foundation, and I hate that. So I tried the peach one and I am just in love with it. In this video, you guys, I want to come on here and just talk about my life so far, on what I've been doing. If you guys are already subscribed to my channel and been following me, then you know what I've just kind of been doing with my life, and that is just rededicating my life back to Christ. I'm going to try to talk about this and do my makeup at the same time because I do not want this video to be long. Like, look at that already. Like, do y'all see that? Like, it is just great together. Well, while I'm doing my makeup, I want to kind of talk to you guys about, you know, my walk with Christ and just kind of like what I'm doing, because I want to make sure that I'm no longer just coming on here trying to show you guys, you know, what is the next foundation routine, you know, let's check out this wig, you know. I want to make sure that when I'm coming on here, my videos are really meaningful and I'm actually able to give you something that's not tangible, but something that's intangible, and something that, you know, it's going to be a life it'll be a life rewarding gift, you know, because it's a gift that'll go past, you know, this lifetime. It's an eternal gift, and I want to always, you know, now come on here and encourage anybody that is going through this life, because this life is tough, and I want to be able to encourage somebody to, you know, trust in God, trust in Jesus Christ to get us through this lifetime, and to help encourage us through this lifetime so that in the next lifetime we are preparing for that, because that's what's ultimately important, is eternal life, you know, with Christ. So I want to make sure, like, when I'm coming on here, I'm encouraging you guys that way, not just, you know, coming on here encouraging you guys on materialistic things, if that makes sense. I actually too started a series called Seeking Christ here on my channel, and that's really where I go in and I just pour into, you know, encouraging everybody spiritually and through Christ to follow him and to really just understand who he is, what he's doing in my life, so that it can encourage somebody out there. So primer I just used was the Milk Hydro Grip primer, and so now we're going to be going in with the foundation. I just got tired of just my life living in anxiety and fear all the time. You know, if you're a mom or if you're somebody that worries a lot and just have fear of the unknown, or, you know, just fear of like what's going on with my life, you feel like you've done things in your life and you feel like, you know, I need to be more, I'm not where I want to be in my life, you know. So I was just feeling like that a lot, you know, and in feeling like that, I was just really feeling defeated, you know. I was wanting to be in a certain area in my life at this point, and I wasn't there. You know, I was tired of just living in fear about, you know, the safety of my children, you know, the safety of my marriage. Is my family going to be all right? You know, I just started living in a lot of fear of not really knowing what would happen next. Like, if you knew somebody that, you know, just always had a fear of the unknown, I guess that's the best way that I can describe it, you would see my face there, like, highlighted. And so I just got tired of living like that. Like I felt like I hit rock bottom of just, you know, constantly going through panic attacks, constantly just going through days of just discouragement, feeling like, you know, all this hard work that I'm putting into everything in my life, I feel like I should be further, you know, feeling stuck, feeling like I just want to do something different, and then not feeling successful at a lot of things. You can really cause yourself to be discouraged a lot. And I just got tired of that. Like I just remember hitting rock bottom some days, and I was like, okay, God, the reason why I'm feeling like this, like I've been knowing you my whole life, but I know the reason I'm feeling like this is because I've been trying to do all of this stuff on my own. And I've always been taught that God doesn't want us to do things on our own. He wants us to trust him and, you know, allow him to guide us on what it is that we need to be doing. And I was not doing that, y'all, for so long, like years long, even before I had kids. And so all of that just pretty much caught up with me. Let me just tell y'all something. If you a child of God, he is not going to let you go that long. You know, he is not going to let you, even though it might seem long to us, his timing is different from ours. He is not about to let you go that long with you feeling like you're alone. And a lot of times it's not that we're feeling like we're alone. He just allows us to just go get what it is that we're trying to get while being there with us, watch us go through that. And while in time, he knows that when she goes through this, when she does this, it's going to lead her back to me, and she's going to, you know, rededicate her life to Christ. So he just sometimes allows us to go with the desires that we're wanting, just so that we can see that it's not for us, so that we can see that it's only through him where we'll find peace. And so that's kind of what I've been through, is going through life not, you know, not being fulfilled, always feeling empty inside. And he allowed me to go through that so that I can get to the point that I am right now. And then in going through that, I'm like, you know what, this is not just for me. Like there's so many other different people out here that might need to know these things, that might need to be encouraged just like me. And I've always been a person that really care about other people, and I just was like, you know what, I want to be somebody that's also going to encourage other people to not go as long as I did with struggling in my walk and struggling in life, you know. So that's why I want to make sure that I'm coming on here and I'm pouring into you guys more with not just materialistic things. So our pool, our community pool, is actually still open in the end of September this far, because the temperatures have still been hot. So my kids and I actually went outside and got some really good sunlight, had a really nice time swimming, and I was able to maintain my tan a whole lot longer this year. And I'm just so excited because a lot of my foundations still match my skin tone. So what I wanted to do is come on here and encourage people. And it wasn't until I really just started, you know, getting closer to Christ, when I decided to rededicate my life to him, after just hitting rock bottom and seeing that I'm done with trying to live my life without him, or trying to, you know, live my life thinking that I can handle everything that comes my way. And I just surrendered. Like I literally just surrendered to him. And when I tell y'all my life has been being fulfilled since then, like God has been just putting different things in my view, in my journey, to where it makes me stop and stay encouraged, you know. And that's one thing that I feel like Jesus does a lot, you know, with Christ, is you ask him for things and you're not really knowing what you're asking him for at that time. But then he uses it as a way to, you know, you think that's what you're praying and that you're wanting, but then he starts showing you, I'm actually going to give you way much more than what you're praying for. Like I'm actually going to show you way much more than what you're praying for. And I started to learn that what I was praying for, God was blessing me with. And what I was praying for, the main things that I wanted to be answered, he was holding off on blessing me with it, to show me that I needed to build myself a certain way. Like I needed to think a certain way. I need to be disciplined a certain way. And that's what he's currently trying to teach me, is what I'm actually praying for. He's teaching me, before I bless you with that, I need to make sure that I have your full on attention. I need to make sure that you're ready for that. I need to make sure that you're disciplined for that. So he's just been doing different things in my life, and I'm going to continue to share that with you guys on the series. I'm going to continue to share that with you guys when I come on here, whether it's doing my makeup, doing my hair. I'm going to be sharing you guys with all of that. And then also, you know, just kind of encouraging you guys, because I want what y'all to see him do in my life. encourage you to want to get closer to him, so you can see him write your own story, bless you in your own story. You know, like, it's not to come on here and brag or come on here and discourage anybody. Like, I really want to come on here and talk about what he's doing in my life as a walking, living, breathing, still human being, and my testimony in my life, so that it'll in turn help encourage somebody to do the same. You know, the more people we can snatch up awaiting trial to go to hell, the better, you know. And so that's what we're supposed to do here on this life as disciples for Christ, you know, as messengers for Christ, is to help save people from eternal damnation, you know. So that's my goal, is to do that. I don't need anything from it, because I know my reward is going to come in heaven. So I don't need anything on this lifetime if God chooses not to ever bless me with it. And so that's what I'm learning too. Like, the closer I'm getting to Christ, the more he's even changing my perspective in what I'm wanting. Like, he's changing the things that I started praying for, and the things that led me to want to get closer to Christ. It's no longer being like my main focus of what I want to pray for. I'm learning that he's changing my heart. He's changing my perspective on things in life, to where those things that I was praying for at first, it's like, you know what, I really don't even want that. Or I want that, but I only want that, God, if you're going to be doing this with me, you know. So it's just crazy how you step into God's purpose, you know, for whatever reason you step into it for, and he starts to change your heart and your mind overall. And so that's why I want to just kind of talk about, you know, while we continue to do makeup, is the power of prayer. And I just posted another video just about talking about the power of prayer, and how that's our superpowers as followers of Christ, you know. And it's important that you continue to do that. It's important that you don't shy away from doing it. It's important that you don't, you know, let sleep or let work or let, you know, busyness in life prevent you from doing that. Like, it's important, even if it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, we need to do that. And so I just kind of want to talk about that a little bit more, because I want to make sure that everybody understands, you know, that we need to be praying every day. And I just kind of want to tell you guys, like, what God's been doing in my life with prayer and with my prayer time. And it's just something that I feel like it's not okay to keep quiet. It's important to say these things out loud to people. And I'm so thankful for all of the resources that God has been putting in my life in front of me, for me to watch, for me to witness, for me to hear, for me to get discernment from, that he's been doing that so that I can also share with other people. And he's doing that to those people that are being, you know, obedient to him, to put that out there in public, so that people like me can run across it and listen to it and read it. He's doing that for those people, to encourage people like me and other people that, you know, stumble upon these videos and feel blessed and encouraged from it. So God is doing things in my life. I see him, you know, teaching me discipline, teaching me discernment, teaching me to just continue to be convicted. And I want to talk about conviction a little more. Like, if, for you guys, I'm not going to assume everybody knows what conviction is, but conviction is just that feeling you feel when you're doing something wrong, and you know you're doing something wrong, and it does not make you feel happy. It makes you actually want to fix what you're doing because you're doing it wrong. Like, that's what conviction is. Like, I pray for that. Like, I used to not like conviction because I used to feel guilty and beat myself up. But now God is teaching me it's okay to feel that way. And that's how he keeps us, you know, in line with what his purpose is, and to keep us, you know, focused on what it is that we need to be doing in this lifetime. And so I absolutely love that I get to feel conviction now. And I ask for that because I want God to keep me grounded, keep me humble on what it is that he's choosing to do in my life, so that whatever it is he chooses to bless me with in my life, I will be prepared for it. I will be ready for it. I won't forget who he is. Like, I won't, all the work that he's been doing in me won't go to waste. The things that I'm praying for myself, and particularly, I don't want those things to keep me away from Christ. I don't want those things to have me versus me having those things. So that's what I'm starting to learn a lot of. And I'm so grateful that God is teaching me those things. Like, and it's funny because, like I just said, I started this journey for specific reasons, and like I said, those reasons are no longer my priority. My priority is, God, what is your purpose in my life, so that what I'm wanting, I can no longer want, but I can only want the things that you want from me, you know. And so I'm just so happy that I'm able to learn that, and God is working with me on those things, because it is just so, it's been so amazing to just watch my growth and to know that God is right there, you know, assisting me through it. So when it comes to prayer, I want to make sure that I'm being intentional with my prayer. I want to make sure that my prayers are, sorry you guys, this is Juvia's Place Gabon. I use this for a contour shade. Also I'm using these two Tarte foundations. I love these Tarte foundations. I use deep sand first, and then I use tan afterwards to give me a little just more brightness to my face. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, so y'all, I have just been so excited to see what God is doing in my life. And what's crazy is that, like, if you ever want things in your life to change, like if you think that you're perfect and you don't need help, but you want everything else in your life to change, just rededicate your life to Christ. Just give God your, you know, your concerns, and watch him not only change the things around you, but change you too. That's actually been my overall joy, is to see God changing things in my life and the people around me's life as well. Like, that has been just amazing to witness and to you know, experience. So just want to put that out there. And make sure that whenever you're, you know, with your walk with Christ and you're praying and all of that, that you are really just, you know, asking God to change you, like change things about you that you really don't know that you have problems with. I've been literally actually asking him to change things about me and show me things about me that I don't know is a problem or an issue, so that he can really truly use me in his kingdom the way that he needs to. And I'm not blocking my blessings, or I'm not blocking him from being able to do what he needs to do in my life wholeheartedly. I hope I'm making sense. But I just wanted to come on here while I'm doing my makeup and just to kind of, you know, talk to you guys about that, encourage you guys, and just, you know, showing y'all what a person looks like that is trying to actively get their life right, to show you that you don't have to want to be perfect, because none of us can be perfect ever. Like, in this lifetime, none of us will be perfect. So you can try your hardest to judge somebody and think that they're perfect. You can try your hardest to try to be perfect. It will never happen. Like, I'm sorry to disappoint you. You just won't be. So never think that because somebody is trying to, you know, get their life right, that they're, you know, striving for perfect, or they think they're perfect, or they telling you these things because they've never experienced it. Like, they telling you these things because they never made a mistake in their life. Like, that's one misconception that people have, and I had that misconception before, with thinking that if you're up here telling me that I need to be doing this, that means that you've never done it and you're perfect, and you're teaching me because you know, because you're experiencing the perfect life. Like, no. Same with parents. Like, we try to teach our kids not to make mistakes because we've made plenty mistakes. But sometimes your kids may mistakenly think that you're telling them this because you're perfect. You're telling them this because you're currently living a perfect life, or you're telling them this because you've always lived a perfect life. Like, no, we're telling you this because we've made mistakes. We're telling you this because we don't want you to make the same mistakes. But we do know that eventually in life, you're going to make those mistakes. And same thing that I'm doing on here right now. I'm not coming on here to talk to you guys about this because I want y'all to see me as perfect. I'm doing this because, like I said, I just want to come on here, and even if it's one thing that I said in this whole video, you feel encouraged, you know. And so that is my purpose on doing this. So I cannot wait to show you guys, like, my studio space. Myself and my kids, we actually kind of rearranged things in the house, and so now I'm on here, and I have a bigger space to record and everything. And so if you may hear like an echo, So you may hear like an echo in this video because I'm still trying to figure out where I need to be, where I don't need to be, and the lighting and everything like that. So you guys bear with me because my light is kind of fluctuating because I do have a window behind me. But that is just something that I'm trying to figure out how to, you know, get right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buff everything out. We're gonna use this palette right here by Profusion Cosmetics. I cannot even remember where I got this palette from, you guys, but I love it a lot actually because a lot of these colors in here just really speak to me. There are a lot of just like tans and neutrals, and I just absolutely love them. But yeah, you guys, if you have ever been just, you know, feeling discouraged or just feeling like, you know what, something is missing in my life. I don't know what it is, but something is really just making me feel like I'm lost. Like, what is it? Make sure to check and reevaluate yourself and just kind of tell yourself, you know what, am I truly doing what I need to be doing? Am I truly, you know, trying to do things in life on my own? Because we're not strong enough to do that. That's why we need Christ, you know. So if you're just feeling like that, just promise me that you'll do that. You'll evaluate yourself, and then you'll try to, you know, figure out what it is that you can do to get closer with Christ, and just pray more. Like, really truly just pray more. Even if you don't really even know what to say, there's a lot of times I'll go in my closet, which is my prayer space, and I'll just, you know, sit there in silence and just say, God, you know what, I'm really just in here to hear what you need to say to me. I'm really just in here to see what you want to do for me, how you want to encourage me, how you want to continue to lead me, how you want to continue to keep me encouraged. And even if, you know, I don't hear from Christ, I just know, you know what, I just literally sat here and devoted my time to him, and I know that he's going to show me in due time, and he always does. It might not be in the time that I want him to respond to me asking, or the time that I want him to tell me what it is that he wants me to be doing in my life, but he tells me and he speaks to me just through different things, through other people, through just multiple things in life. And if I never made any decisions in my life that were great, the decision that I made to just rededicate my life back to Christ has been the best decision that I've ever could have made. I feel like more people out here should no longer be being silent. We should all be trying to speak and help people, and we should all be trying to just encourage people to want to see others be successful just as much as they're seeing God being successful in their lives. So I'm sharing it constantly with my kids. I'm sharing it constantly, you know, just with the people that I love. And I just want the people that are being encouraged or hear me speaking about different things to know that I am really trying. And also, you know, I want just people to know that, you know, God is about us trying to help others as well, not just for us to be trying to encourage ourselves. And so I think that part is very important too. So we're gonna finish up with some blush. I'm gonna put my lashes on, and then I'll be back on here and we'll figure out what we're gonna do with our lips. I'm so excited about that because it's fall time and I love wearing dark colored lipsticks to insinuate just the fall vibe. So stay tuned for that. So as this dries, we're going to use just like a nude pencil, a nude lip. So I could just leave it like this, but I want to do this a little bit different. I am gonna take some of this, tan Tarte Shape Tape. And with my finger. So no, we're not gonna leave it nude like this, but I am gonna take some of this Coral Corruption, because I feel like right now in the fall, these are just some of the colors that just, oh my gosh, that just takes the makeup to the next level. And I'm not going crazy with it. I just want to give it just a little. And I feel like this is more of a nude fall lip. I know I put a lot of work into making it look like this, but this, in my opinion, is like a nude fall lipstick or a nude fall color. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my hair updated, get it looking good, and then we'll come back on here and show you guys the finished look. So I hope you guys like my overall makeup look, hair, and everything else, the whole shebang. I love this simple, but very, very simple, by the way, but very nude, glamorous fall look. But I just wanted to come on here and just talk to you guys about my walk with Christ while doing something that I extremely love, which is to just sit down and do makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this chat with me. Let me know down below if you like these, if you would like me to come back on here and just kind of talk about Christ while we do makeup, while we sit down and do something that's just very therapeutic both ways, and just talking more and more and more about Christ and just my walk with Christ. But I really enjoyed doing my makeup at the same time while we chat about Christ. Continue to stay prayed up. Continue to not allow this life and staying busy to distract you from using your time to spend time with Christ and pray, our superpower that we have as disciples of Christ. I will continue to pray for you guys every single day that I step into my prayer closet. And until next time, I love you guys. Stay blessed. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.